And we're back. Tim and Tom talking as we do.
As we do. As we do. Hopefully adding value to your day.
What are we talking about today, Tom?
We're talking about deconstructing stress.
Oh.
And, it's fantastic. It's an amazing thing. And we are actually going to be doing a webinar here in about 20 minutes in Australia. So if you're watching this on Tim's Facebook, just send him a little chat, send him a DM, send him an email, send him a message so he can send you a link.
Sure.
And you can come. And the coolest thing, and it's not cool, but I've become very passionate about the cost of stress as it relates to minorities. And
so it's not cool that this is happening. What is cool is the fact that you're so perfectly positioned to help.
Yeah, and that I'm so passionate about helping in this area now because I had no idea, even though I study stress, but I was never looking at the direct cost of stress in the workplace. And when you start looking at the numbers for the women are 20% more likely to be stressed than men. They're also more likely to feel unsafe and psychologically unsafe in their environment. Minorities are 40% more likely to experience stress. And when we talk about Aboriginal people in Australia, 60% are more likely to experience stress in the workplace. And also, same number for discrimination. That's horrible. That's horrible. And when we say discrimination, it's perceived, but that perceived is also very direct. And then LGBTQ is for the ones who acknowledge that they're LGBT at the workplace, they have experienced, 22% have experienced direct discrimination in the workplace. And 60% in Australia are not out in the workplace. So that means they're completely psychologically unsafe. And the way that stress works is it's a ball. We build on it and build on and build on it until we can't handle it anymore. We're that last present that goes on the sleigh in the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, that it goes careening down the hill. When you start with that big of a stressor, it doesn't take a lot to build on that. What were your thoughts as I've been sending you these statistics?
Oh, I mean, I'm like you. I am on the one side, like deeply disappointed and distressed that this is happening. On the other side, I'm not remotely surprised, and to an extent, I'm like, well, it could be worse, but it's just not good enough. And there's so much that can be done. There's so much that a lot of people are trying to do. And as somebody who is very proud of the diversity index in our business and of the minority representation that we have, employed LGBTQ people 12 years ago that were openly so, and really celebrated that, right? I just deeply sympathize and empathize, as somebody who's experienced severe stress not related to who I am and how I show up in the world. So just simply to sort of incur stress because of who I am and how I show up in the world, that's a tragedy, and it's leading to a lot of missed opportunity for everybody. That's how I.
And I guess it's a bit personal for me too in two ways. One, because I'm LGBT, and I'm not all of those, but I am gay. I am gay.
One's enough, right?
One's enough. Well, I don't need more. And and being as such, you know, I remember when I wasn't out in the workplace, when it wasn't okay for me, and even today, it depends on where I work. But I'm pretty strong in my conviction about who I am, and that who I am is okay. And if you have a problem, then it's yours, not mine, whether it's the workplace or not. I mean, to the extent that I worked at Speed Network, which is like car racing network, and I was the token gay person that would be at the races. So, and open and out. But that's me. But there was a whole growth period of that, and I understand what that feels like. And the other part of me is that I'm half Hispanic, and that while I have the benefit of, and I say it's a benefit because I can hide behind my looks, and I don't display as Hispanic when someone first sees me. I did grow up in that kind of environment where I saw people around me very much prejudiced against who they were and their skin color. Yeah. And so it's a visceral response for me. And knowing that that is existing so much still in the workplace, I don't get it. And because I'm so empathetic to women, and I don't have a woman's experience, but I am very empathetic about what it means for them to have it harder for no other reason but their gender is just it's just makes no sense to me. But it's true, so it obviously needs to be dealt with. And because of last year, with all the stress being what it was, and even into this year, we're like in a heightened stage. So if there's any time you need to deal with stress, it's now.
Right now. So I think, this is a big topic, one that we're going to continue talking about. We are back in our well-being month. We're doing this cycle. So we're going to keep talking about this for the next 3 weeks. So if this is of interest to you, you can dive into our channel here and take a look at the previous Tim Tom Talks talking about stress and well-being. You can come to our webinar, and we're going to be running more events, both webinars and challenges, or you can reach out to Tom directly and start interacting with him to help hopefully make your stress better. But let's leave it there for today, Tom, so we can go get ready for the webinar, and we'll see you guys all, we hope, very soon.
Very soon. Bye-bye. Have a great evening, day, wherever you are.
Life.